The Communication Department of World Vision International Ghana held a communicating evidence-based approach writing workshop for field staff in the southern region. The workshop took staff through curriculum such as understanding communications, branding, writing success stories, success versus impact stories, photography, and the likes. It was a 3-day workshop full of discussions, questions and answers, photography practicals, group writing, and presentation, led by 4 facilitators: Francine Oberon, West African Regional Communications Director; Washington Newoko Hub, Communications Manager, Ghana and Sierra Leone; Marian Roberts and Jocelyn N. Annan, both communication officers. After the training, this is what staff had to say.
I think overall the workshop was a timely one, and it was a good one as it sought, among many other things, to equip staff with the needed skills and then the expectation of what to collect during impact stories.
The 3-day program has provided me with a lot of opportunities to learn new things about photography and story writing, especially the success stories and impact stories.
When we are writing impact stories, as a manager, when someone brings an impact story and you are critical about it, the person is unable to connect with what is really wrong with the story. But for once, writing impact stories and success stories has been formalized. So you realize that everybody now knows the ABCD of it. So before even you bring it, you know what you are expected to bring.
It's a workshop that has actually challenged me to actually go to the field myself, to gather data, write impact stories that will turn around the lives of the most vulnerable children whom God has actually called us to serve.
As a watch officer, there are people, so many people I come in touch with. I touch the lives of so many children and even caregivers in communities. And all this while I've not been able to document properly some of the successes I've chopped in the field. So I think this training has given me the skills that I would be able to provide good stories from the activities I implement.
Before coming for this workshop, I really had the interest to know how to pick stories, because there are several times that I share stories orally with my boss, but he keep on telling me document, but the challenge is how to start. It's a big problem. But this workshop has really given me hope for action, especially writing success stories on the field.
I used to struggle a lot in writing success stories, but of course when I came for the program, I've learned a lot of things that has sharpened and then given me insightful ways of going about stories. So I believe that in the coming days, the stories I'm going to submit both to the RAM team, to communications, to my manager, to my M&E, they are going to be of good quality, and I believe it is going to help us a lot in more grant acquisitions.
In fulfillment of our Promise 2030, one of the imperatives is that we should be able to have a sustainable funding. We should provide funding that is sustainable. And before we can do that, unless we have impacts of the work that we are doing in the field to kind of convince donors that we are doing a good thing.
My perception wrongly about writing stories has changed. I believe with the knowledge I have gathered, I will be able to produce relevant and quality impact and success stories from my community.
I believe if we are to tell our stories, it shouldn't be no other person but ourselves.
This workshop would greatly help, and I expect that more of these trainings would be conducted to refresh staff as we move on.
Closer. Madam.